have been with Expressions Vinyl for exactly a year. I am the graphic designer, and so I try to make everything look pretty. So Jessica decided that she wanted in on the fun, and so she needed someone else to come up with a challenge.
Yeah, so this was my first time being in the competition, which after doing that, I really like being on the other side and deciding what gets to be, what the challenge is.
My only goal in this project was to complete something, so I felt like I could do that.
I knew that this time it was definitely going to be an HTV, so I spent like the last 2 weeks practicing because that is my weakest point in all things vinyl. So
I was a little nervous going into this challenge, but I thought it'd be fun. Kind of had an idea that it was going to be heat transfer since we did adhesive last time, heat transfer this time.
Coming into this challenge, scared, intimidated, I don't know what was going to happen.
Hi creative team, welcome back. We are going to do a vinyl countdown again today. For your game. Vinyl countdown! Yeah, Bonnie. Alright, so last time we had the adhesive challenge and Starla won that. Congrats, Starla. So because you won that, you get a disadvantage in today's HTV challenge.
Bring it on!
So Starla, your disadvantage is you have to duct tape the weeder to your hands when you weed. And then you also are the only one who has to use an at-home iron. Alright, so those are her disadvantages. Are you ready to hear the challenge? Like I said, it's an HTV challenge. So, we are going to be working with aprons. Yay! Cute. We got these cute little aprons for you. And then we have 7 colors in this roll of vinyl. You have to at least use 4 of the colors. But remember, there will be a twist later on. Halfway through the competition, we're gonna do a twist. And so you gotta keep that in mind.
Woohoo!
For you.
Awesome.
So, go ahead, grab an apron. Grab your roll of vinyl for weeding. Yeah. Okay. When it's time to weed,
When I revealed what materials they'd be using, I think they were all excited about it because it was, I gave them 7 colors to choose from. They seemed excited, so.
My first reaction as soon as Alyssa showed us what we were going to be working with, my mind completely went blank. I just kind of started throwing things together.
Let's see how it goes. This will be interesting. We'll see.
So the first thing I saw was the purple vinyl, and that's one of my favorite colors, so that really stuck out. So I was super excited. It was still a matter of kind of mixing and matching to see what would actually go together.
I'm trying to think of a cute, come up with a cute design for it, and I think it's easiest just to choose one for this that's already made to get started. So
Had all our stuff in a box, and then she opened the box and she had a tube of vinyl, but we couldn't really see what colors were in it. I could see like white and yellow, and I was like, okay, there's a variety, it might be good. I knew it was going to be a few different types of heat transfer vinyl, but I was still kind of nervous. I didn't know what we were going to put it on.
When I saw that it was an apron, I thought that would be kind of fun. There's a lot of fun designs you can do with aprons. Then I saw the colors that we were using. That was a little more difficult to put that idea into play. The colors were kind of bright, a lot of different types of heat transfer vinyl.
That apron, this should be fairly easy, but.
Oh, I don't know what to do. My design, I got it.
This is a little bit harder with all these colors, but I think I figured it out. Definitely random colors, so a little bit hard, but I have an idea. I just need to figure it out, but I think I have an idea, so.
I don't even wear an apron, so I just couldn't even really think about what types of sayings or what types of things you put on an apron.
Very random colors, trying to figure this out. Not quite sure. It was pretty fun. Aprons are kind of easy to come up with something. There's always something to go on an apron. So coming up with the idea wasn't too bad. It was trying to fill the colors in with it, and then working with my program that kept stalling and not working with me. So there's a few little lapses there, so I couldn't do exactly what I wanted, but I'm gonna try and do a hamburger out of the colors, because they're super fun summer colors, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
I had no idea what I wanted to do. I never know initially, and then once I found the image that I wanted to use, it just stuck out and I knew that that's the one that I wanted to use.
This one for my hamburger patty.
I almost forgot to reverse. Don't forget, you gotta cut on the back.
My program froze. I have to shut it down and restart. No, my toolbar's gone.
Stupid program froze. It happens, but it kind of stinks when you're in the middle of a challenge for all of a sudden nothing to work and everybody else is over here scurrying around. I can hear machines going and I'm shutting down my system. Not just Silhouette, I'm shutting down the whole computer. I knew Starla was having computer issues and had to shut her computer down. Starla's computer had issues. That was a disadvantage I was not planning on.
It may have recovered it. May have, but I don't know.
I am kind of sorry. That's not a disadvantage that she was expecting.
Barely getting my design ready. And you guys are cutting! As you can see, I have a lot of little layers and things to cut, so. Let's see colors. Just needs to cut faster.
Because I still have a disadvantage in my hands, literally, at my hand.
I figured I could put anything down here at the bottom and make this work, and this definitely describes me. So here we go. Let's see what else I can put on this.
I think I finally have my design ready to go.
Got this holographic, you've got this electric, you've got, it's just all a hodgepodge, but that's okay. It'll be fun.
So right now I'm just weeding it and then I'm gonna put it on my apron and kind of align it to see how I want it to fully look. But then, after I was done designing and starting cutting, a whole brand new idea popped into my head and my heart kind of sank because that one would have been awesome to do.
A new design just came into my head. We should change and do that.
No, I'm good.
Amy, she was working on an idea and then she said about like halfway through that she thought of another idea.
Oh, that would have been perfect. And I could have had time to go back and redo it, but I knew that time was precious and I did not want to start over from scratch, especially I think we're already in about 20 minutes.
I'm gonna stick with this one.
She decided, no, I'm gonna finish what I started.
So right now I'm working on a little trick that I like to do. I like to offset my whole thing. Make my offset one color, so then when I layer all my other colors on top, it's already lined up with my back layer, so I don't have to like try and line up my different colors. I can just place it over and it makes it way easier.
Yeah, it kept freezing and it wouldn't let me delete things off or add certain things to it. So I kind of had to work with what I had on my canvas already. I couldn't manipulate it too much, so.
Since everybody else's stuff was shutting down, I thought I'm gonna be next, something's gonna happen.
Or twist, I'm nervous.
You should be.
I think it was no big deal to Jessica. Like, and I know she's been doing vinyl forever, so maybe that's why. But to me, it seemed like,
What you got going on, Amy?
I've heard that Amy doesn't really like H2E. Like, she's intimidated by it. She did a really good job, and it didn't seem like the pressure was getting to her. Bonnie, she knew what she was doing. She's good at HTV, and for the amount of time that she's actually worked with vinyl, it's amazing that she has her layering down so quick.
Looking good. I'm excited for the twist.
Joanne, she went with like a baking rather than like a grilling apron.
I like it when you guys are under stress, not me.
I am not excited. I'm not excited because I'm way behind.
Alright, creative team, pause what you're doing. It is time for the twist. Dun, dun, dun. Easy read adhesive. Yes! Deco-foil. Yeah. Okay, you need to put this right here.
When I revealed the twist, I did not realize that Amy and Bonnie hadn't ever used Easy Read adhesive and the deco-foil.
I've watched this being used one time, but I've never ever used it myself.
I could tell that that was gonna be a hard one for them, and I kind of was worried about that.
I've never used this.
I'll help you.
My heart sank. I was very devastated knowing what the twist was because I had never worked with deco-foil or the adhesive vinyl. At first, I didn't know exactly how I was going to put it into my design.
And I needed a color in my words. So when she gave us the foil, I was like, that's the perfect spot to put the foil in. So it kind of took care of a problem for me. So I was glad for it.
Probably my biggest challenge to this project was when Alyssa threw in the twist of the deco-foil. I had no idea what I could put on my apron that would be using deco-foil.
Because I was needing something for a spot on mine, so that'll work perfect. When we got our twist to use the deco-foil, I was okay with it because I needed to add something to one of my pieces, and that was the perfect thing to add to it. So I was okay with using that.
Thanks, Alyssa. You're welcome. And I didn't mean that nicely. It didn't sound.
You're rushing through it, so you forget to do certain things, and you don't have time to put the weeding box on, or you don't have time to add little touches you want to add or that you normally do. Test cut, I had to cut my holographic 3 times as well.
I have to get everything cut out and then duct tape my hand shut and weed all this stuff.
This heat press hates me.
So I cut out all my thin stuff and then went to my thick stuff, but now she's given us the foil to use, which is back to thin. So I'm gonna cut out my thick stuff and then go back to cutting thin stuff.
I did a rookie mistake, and I didn't mirror my image. So always remember to mirror your image. Otherwise, you gotta cut it again.
I made a rookie mistake and didn't mirror.
Shame on me.
So I'm at least going to get this on so that there's not a big bottleneck at the heat press. I felt like the heat press was going to become a bottleneck as everyone was finishing their projects and wanting to go and use the heat press. I'll just put my words on my apron first. I could continue adding pieces on, and that way, no matter what time there was left, I would be done if I wanted to be done or not. Ironing on my words, I realized that I had forgotten to weed out the centers of some of my letters, so I had to steal Jessica's weeding tool, and I quickly weeded out the rest of my letters.
I was looking for my knife and I did not know where it went, and I kind of looked over at Joanne's area and she had her knife, and then I looked over at Starla's and I saw that hers was tucked away somewhere, and then that's when I was like, where'd my knife go? And she realized that she took it, and
I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I took it.
He is. Oh my knife.
luckily I had my knife back because I needed it.
I know that strip lock is a cold peel, but I think it is cooled long enough.
So I had 5 minutes left and I was weeding out the adhesive vinyl part, and I still needed to heat press that as well as put on the deco-foil. That was my most stressful moment.
I hope the next person who wins gets something just as ridiculous. Look at this. Doing this one first because this has to be a cold pill.
I think my disadvantages to Starla were a little too much of a disadvantage. She did a good job considering that she had to weed with her hand being taped to the weeder.
I am on fire. I can't cut anymore.
My connection to my silhouette machine shut down, and so instantly I thought, oh no, I've got a problem.
Yeah, I no longer can cut.
We're all getting disadvantages today.
I always do a test cut. I always tell people to do a test cut. I didn't do a test cut.
Okay, so I went over to the heat press and I had adhered my adhesive, the Easy Weed adhesive, but I forgot my foil at my station, so I had to go back. And so as I kept putting heat on that and heat on that, it got distressed, let's say.
Yes, I forgot my foil, and that has to cool. Dang it! More video of me waving stuff to cool.
I kept losing my cheese and I kept losing my lettuce and I kept accusing people of stealing it and they didn't really steal it, I just lost it.
Do you see my lettuce?
I felt bad when Jessica kept losing her cheese.
My cheese I had forgot to actually weed out of my vinyl and then I just threw it on the ground. And so I had to go back and dig.
I gotta cut some lettuce.
So, you know, we had to keep looking for salad on the ground. Cheese and lettuce and tomatoes were missing.
I'm not even using my hook, I'm using my fingers. Oh, shout. Okay, Jessica's project is out of here because you can't just leave your project on the heat press, right?
So everyone was like hovered over the heat press and Starla using her own little iron. But yeah, there's the hustle and bustle of trying to get stuff done. Amy trying to finish hers and get hers done when she's never used deco-foil before.
As my computer's shutting down and I'd already known that I wasn't gonna be able to use my hand to weed, I had to have it taped shut and then to only use an iron, I was kind of panicking because I don't know how this was gonna work, so. Did you say this adhesive is a cold peel?
The adhesive is hot pill. The foil is cold pill. The way you want it to go is the way you lay it down onto your project.
Oh, you don't have to record this part. This is seriously horrible. Who thought of this?
I keep hitting my foil with heat and it's not liking it.
Oh, ow. Pull your thumb out.
And when I peeled up some of my hamburger patty, so I'm gonna try and recut it and get it back on.
We are good.
Cut my hamburger. I think I got time to finish.
So all of a sudden I'm all ready, prepped to go. Got the weeding hook off because everything was weeded out and the iron had timed out or shut off. So then all the contestants, co-workers came in and tried to help me, but I was panicking, jumping up and down. This can't be happening. Why the iron shut off at this time?
Use the press, right?
So I was feeling stressed for Starla. Trying to figure out the iron, turn on the iron for her, trying to get pieces for her.
I was trying to help Starla, but that was a mess. Things were melting and things were flying and there wasn't much I could do.
I know! That one was too hot.
Towards the end, Starla's iron was too hot. It actually kind of messed her design up a little.
You know what? We're going with it. We're distressing the grill. It's on fire. The iron's too hot, so you can see the carrier sheet shrinking. Kind of started panicking. This was a whole big panic mess.
I think my disadvantage was too much for Starla.
2 handicaps, and then another one, and then another one I was not going to finish.
You got 17 seconds. Teamwork. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't believe you.
Bang.
Okay.
Having to do something within 1 hour is difficult and hard. It's hard to come up with ideas that quickly and to actually make them happen.
overall, I feel so much better than what my previous challenge design was. So
I just needed to slow down and think about it a little bit, and then I wouldn't have run into some of the problems I did. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was surprised that I got finished.
My final apron, there was a couple things I wanted to do with it, a couple additional things, but I was running out of time and the program wasn't cooperating, so I just decided to keep it simple this time.
I was good with my design, I just didn't like how it looks finished. So
Don't pity vote for Starla. No, I'm just kidding.
vote for Starla.
it does not look good.
They're gonna pity vote for her.
I would not wear that apron.
Don't vote for Starla.
I'm sorry, it's not Starla Par at all.
You know what? I didn't deserve it.
Go for the one that you like the best. Everybody's style is different. Everybody likes different things.
I think they all turned out great, so pick your favorite, pick which one catches your eye the most.